So in today's video, I'll be discussing my 2021 NBA mock draft of the full first round, and this includes everything from picks 1 to 30. And before I get into the video, if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell button not to miss out on more awesome NBA content like this. And now with that all being said, let's get into pick number 1. So with the first pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Detroit Pistons selecting Cade Cunningham. So last season for Oklahoma City State, Cade Cunningham averaged about 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and about a block per game, while shooting 40% from three-point range, 44% from the field, and 85% from the free throw line. And at 6'8", he could play the point guard, shooting guard, and even small forward positions. So with that being said, now let's hop into pick number 2. So with the second pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Houston Rockets selecting Jalen Green. So last season in the G League, Jalen Green averaged about 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and about 1.5 steals per game, on shooting about 37% from three-point range, 46% from the field, and 83% from the free throw line. And at 6'6", Jalen Green could play the shooting guard and small forward positions. And now let's hop into pick number 3. So with the third pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers selecting Evan Mobley. So last season for USC, Evan Mobley averaged about 17 points, 9 rebounds, 1 steal, and 3 blocks per game, on shooting 30% from three-point range, 58% from the field, and 70% from the free throw line. And at 7 foot tall, Evan Mobley could play the power forward and center positions. And a front court of Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley would be deadly for the NBA. So with that all being said, now let's hop into pick number 4. So with the fourth pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors would select Jalen Suggs. So last season for Gonzaga, Jalen Suggs averaged about 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals per game, on shooting about 34% from three-point range, 50% from the field, and 76% from the free throw line. And at 6'4", Jalen Suggs could play the point guard and shooting guard positions. And a backcourt of Fred VanVleet and Jalen Suggs would definitely be great for Toronto. And with that all being said, let's hop into pick number 5. So with the fifth pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Orlando Magic selecting Jonathan Kuminga. So last season in the G League, Jonathan Kuminga averaged about 16 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal and about a block per game, on shooting 25% from three-point range, 39% from the field, and 63% from the free throw line. And he is physically built to be ready for the NBA. And a starting 5 of Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, Jonathan Kuminga, Jonathan Isaac, and Wendell Carter Jr. is a great young team. And with that being said, now let's hop into pick number 6. So with the 6th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder selecting Scottie Barnes. So last season for Florida State, Scottie Barnes averaged about 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1.5 steals per game, on shooting 28% from three-point range, 50% from the field, and 62% from the free throw line. And at 6'9", Scottie Barnes could play the small forward and power forward positions. And he would be a great pickup for Oklahoma City at 6 with pairing up with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So now let's hop into pick number 7. So with the 7th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Golden State Warriors selecting Davion Mitchell. So last season for Baylor, Davion Mitchell averaged about 14 points, 3 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 2 steals per game, on shooting 45% from three-point range, 51% from the field, and 64% from the free throw line. And at 6'2", Davion Mitchell is mainly a point guard. And for Golden State, he would definitely be one of the more NBA-ready players. So with that being said, now let's hop into pick number 8. So with the 8th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Orlando Magic selecting James Bouknight. So last season for UConn, James Bouknight averaged about 19 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal per game, on shooting 30% from three-point range, 45% from the field, and 78% from the free throw line. And at 6'5", James Bouknight is a shooting guard. And if the Magic would actually be able to get both James Bouknight and Jonathan Kuminga in this year's draft, that would be a major win for the team. And with that being said, now let's hop into pick number 9. And with the 9th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Sacramento Kings selecting Franz Wagner. So last season for Michigan, Franz Wagner averaged about 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal and 1 block per game, on shooting 34% from three-point range, 48% from the field, and 84% from the free throw line. And at 6'9", Franz Wagner is very versatile as he could play the shooting guard, small forward, and power forward positions. And with the Kings rumored to be trading someone like Buddy Hield or Marvin Bagley III, Franz Wagner would definitely be a good replacement. And now let's get into pick number 10. So with the 10th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Memphis Grizzlies selecting Moses Moody. So last season for Arkansas, Moses Moody averaged about 17 points, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block per game, on shooting about 36% from three-point range, 43% from the field, and 81% from the free throw line. And at 6'6", Moses Moody could play the shooting guard and small forward positions. And having a starting five of Ja Morant, Eric Bledsoe, Moses Moody, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Steven Adams would be great for the Memphis Grizzlies. So with that being said, now let's up into pick 11. And with the 11th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Charlotte Hornets selecting Kai Jones. So last season for Texas, Kai Jones averaged about 9 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and about a block per game, on shooting about 38% from three-point range, 58% from the field, and 70% from the free throw line. And at 6'11", Kai Jones could play the power forward and center positions. And since the Hornets need a center in this year's draft, Kai Jones could definitely be the answer at pick number 11. So with that being said, now let's up into pick number 12. So with the 12th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the San Antonio Spurs selecting Alperen Sengun. So last season for the Turkish Super League, Alperen Sengun averaged about 19 points, 10 rebounds, 1 steal, and about 2 blocks per game, on shooting 65% from the field and 81% from the free throw line. And the San Antonio Spurs are definitely known for developing young players from international leagues, especially with how they did it with guys like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. And they do need an upgrade for Jakob Poeltl at the center position, and Sengun could definitely bring that. And now it's up into pick number 13. So with the 13th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Indiana Pacers selecting Josh Giddey. So last season in the NBL, Josh Giddey averaged about 11 points, 7.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists per game, as well as 1 steal, on shooting about 30% from three-point range, 43% from the field, and 70% from the free throw line. And at 6'8", Josh Giddey is very versatile and could play the point guard and shooting guard positions. And with the rumors of the Indiana Pacers potentially trading Malcolm Brogdon in this offseason, they could definitely make a replacement with Josh Giddey. So with that all being said, now it's up into pick number 14. So with the 14th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Golden State Warriors selecting Corey Kispert. So last season for Gonzaga, Corey Kispert averaged about 44% from three-point range, 53% from the field, and 88% from the free throw line, on scoring about 19 points per game, as well as 5 rebounds and 1 steal. And for Golden State, this would be a perfect fit since they would add another splash brother to their team with Corey Kispert, as well as Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. And at 6'7", Corey Kispert could play the shooting guard and small forward positions. So now let's hop into pick number 15. So with the 15th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Washington Wizards selecting Chris Duarte. So last season for Oregon, Duarte averaged about 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and also 2 steals and 1 block per game, on shooting about 43% from three-point range, 53% from the field, and 81% from the free throw line. And at 6'6", Duarte could play the shooting guard and small forward positions. And a starting five of Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, Chris Duarte, Rui Hachimura, and Thomas Bryant would definitely be good for the Wizards. So with that being said, now it's up into pick number 16. So with the 16th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder selecting Keon Johnson. So last season for Tennessee, Keon Johnson averaged about 11 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal per game, on shooting about 27% from three-point range, 45% from the field, and 70% from the free throw line. And at 6'5", Keon Johnson mainly plays the shooting guard position. And in my opinion, he's the most athletic player in this year's draft, but he definitely needs to improve on his shooting and his game in general. But to pair him up with someone like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and potentially Scottie Barnes would definitely be good for the Thunder. And now let's hop into pick number 17. And with the 17th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the New Orleans Pelicans selecting Usman Garuba. So last season for Spain, Usman Garuba averaged about 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block per game, on shooting about 28% from 3-point range, 50% from the field, and 60% from the free throw line. And at 6'9", Usman Garuba could play the power forward and center positions. And for New Orleans, pairing him up with Zion Williamson in the front court would definitely be an intriguing idea. And now let's get into pick number 18. So with the 18th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder selecting Jalen Johnson. So last season for Duke, Jalen Johnson averaged about 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block per game, on shooting about 45% from 3-point range, 53% from the field, and 62% from the free throw line. And at 6'9", Jalen Johnson is versatile and can play the shooting guard, small forward, or even power forward positions. And in my opinion, he would be a steal at pick number 18 for the Oklahoma City Thunder if he drops. And if the Oklahoma City Thunder are able to draft Scottie Barnes, Keon Johnson, and Jalen Johnson, then that would definitely be a big win in draft night. So now with that all being said, let's hop into pick number 19. So with the 19th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the New York Knicks selecting Trey Murphy III. So last season for Virginia, Trey Murphy averaged about 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal per game, on shooting about 43% from 3-point range, 50% from the field, and 93% from the free throw line. And at 6'9", Trey Murphy III is very versatile and can play the shooting guard, small forward, and power forward positions. And now let's hop into pick number 20. So with the 20th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I had the Atlanta Hawks selecting Jaden Springer. So last season for Tennessee, Jaden Springer averaged about 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal per game, on shooting about 44% from 3-point range, 47% from the field, and 81% from the free throw line. And at 6'4", Jaden Springer could play the point guard and shooting guard positions, and he would play the backup guard position for Atlanta. And now let's hop into pick number 21. And with the 21st pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the New York Knicks selecting Tre Mann. So last season for Florida, Tre Mann averaged about 16 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1.5 steals per game, on shooting 40% from 3-point range, 46% from the field, and 83% from the free throw line. And at 6'5", Tre Mann could play the point guard and shooting guard positions. And in my opinion, him and Trey Murphy III would be great fits for the New York Knicks. And now with that all out of the way, let's get into pick number 22. So with the 22nd pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Los Angeles Lakers selecting Jared Butler. So last season for Baylor, Jared Butler averaged about 17 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals per game, on shooting about 42% from 3-point range, 47% from the field, and 78% from the free throw line. And at 6'3", Jared Butler could play the point guard and shooting guard positions. And in my opinion, he would be the perfect fit as a backup point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers. So now let's hop into pick number 23. So with the 23rd pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Houston Rockets selecting Sharife Cooper. So last season for Auburn, Sharife Cooper averaged about 20 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 steal per game, on shooting 23% from 3-point range, 39% from the field, and 83% from the free throw line. And at 6'2", Sharife Cooper is a point guard. And with the uncertainty of John Wall's future in Houston, Sharife Cooper could be that point guard for the future. So now let's hop into pick number 24. And with the 24th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Houston Rockets selecting Ziaire Williams. So last season for Stanford, Ziaire Williams averaged about 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block per game, on shooting about 29% from 3-point range, 38% from the field, and 80% from the free throw line. And at 6'8", Ziaire could play the shooting guard and small forward positions, and he would be a project type of a pick for the Houston Rockets at number 24. And with that being said, now let's hop into pick number 25. And with the 25th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Los Angeles Clippers selecting Isaiah Jackson. So last season for Kentucky, Isaiah Jackson averaged about 9 points, 7 rebounds, 1 steal, and 3 blocks per game, on shooting about 54% from the field and 70% from the free throw line. And at 6'10", Isaiah Jackson could play the power forward and center positions. And this pick is mainly because of the uncertainty of Serge Ibaka's future. So now let's hop into pick number 26. So with the 26th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I had the Denver Nuggets selecting Cam Thomas. So last season for LSU, Cam Thomas averaged about 23 points per game as well as 4 rebounds and 1 steal, on shooting about 33% from 3-point range, 41% from the field, and 88% from the free throw line. And at 6'4", Cameron Thomas is a shooting guard. And Thomas is a bucket getter, and the Nuggets could actually use that on their roster. So now let's hop into pick number 27. So with the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Brooklyn Nets selecting Day'Ron Sharpe. So last season for NC State, Day'Ron Sharpe averaged about 10 points, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block per game, on shooting about 52% from the field and 50% from the free throw line. And at 6'11", Day'Ron Sharpe could play the power forward and center positions. So now with that all out of the way, let's get into pick number 28. So with the 28th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Philadelphia 76ers selecting Miles McBride. So last season for West Virginia, Miles McBride averaged about 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals per game, on shooting about 41.5% from 3-point range, 43% from the field, and 81% from the free throw line. And at 6'2", Miles McBride is a point guard, and he could definitely help out Philly with the 28th pick, since he would help out with the defensive end of the court as well as offense, and he would definitely be helpful as a backup guard. So now let's hop into pick number 29. So with the 29th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Phoenix Suns selecting Bones Hyland. So last season for VCU, Bones Hyland averaged about 20 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals per game, on shooting about 37% from 3-point range, 45% from the field, and 86% from the free throw line. And at 6'3", Nashawn Hyland could play the point guard and shooting guard positions. And with Cam Payne potentially leaving in free agency, the Suns could use a backup guard that could score. And that is exactly what Bones Hyland brings into the table. So now let's get into pick number 30. So with the 30th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, I have the Utah Jazz selecting Ayo Dosunmu. So last season for Illinois, Ayo Dosunmu averaged about 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal per game, on shooting about 39% from 3-point range, 49% from the field, and 78% from the free throw line. And at 6'5", Ayo could play the point guard and shooting guard positions, and he could play that backup guard role for the Utah Jazz. So with that all out of the way, let me know in the comment section down below which of these picks do you agree with or disagree with, and let me know which players you would want your team to select. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. And it's been KNYT here, and I'm out. Peace.